I just want to ask you, I mean, obviously Israel has carried out, we gather, some 500 airstrikes during the last couple of days on Syrian territory. The Israeli journalist and diplomatic correspondent Amichai Stein is quoted as saying that Israeli officials were told on Sunday not to give interviews on the subject of Syria. And I'm just wondering why you think, well, first of all, do you think this is true? And if so, why do you think there's secrecy, or there was secrecy in the immediate aftermath of Assad's fall, surrounding Israel's view of these developments?
Well, I don't know if it's true or not, but judging by what's happening on the ground, it looks as if it was true, because we don't see many officials ready to be interviewed on the subject. But I think that the principle here is that you never regret something you never said. So let's keep quiet and do the job, and let our actions speak for themselves.
So what are your actions? What is Israel doing with this buffer zone in the area adjoining the Golan Heights? What's Israel up to here?
Well, we are taking the necessary steps to protect ourselves against any kind of eventuality that can emerge in Syria. Nobody knows where Syria is going now. We can be optimistic and believe that the Syrian new regime will focus on improving the living conditions in Syria and providing full rights to the citizens of Syria and finding a way to share the responsibilities between the different factions and the sects that comprise the Syrian people, and will really focus on having a better life for the Syrians. That is something that we all hope to see, and if it happens, that's wonderful. And Israel extends a hand for cooperation, as it did during the civil war, and we are ready to help. And as the Prime Minister said, if we see an extended hand from the Syrian side, we shall definitely come to their support. At the same time, we know that some elements within the Syrian new regime are extremists, and even though they are trying now to pretend that they are less extreme than they have been in the past, and it could be true, we have to judge them by their actions. Even though they do have some tendency to extremism, and we have to make sure that if this is the way they choose, if this is the path they choose, they won't be able to use the huge amounts of strategic arms that they could have put their hand on if they so decide. So we took the necessary steps first to protect ourselves along the Golan Heights by moving into the buffer zone. And the other move that we did was to eliminate the weaponry and the production capabilities of the Syrian that are on Syrian soil, and by that solve the problem. We have to remember we still have this memory of what has happened in Libya after the ousting of Gaddafi, when the weapons arsenal that was there was delivered for all kinds of radical and extremist organizations around the Middle East, and caused a lot of damage to people of the Middle East. So I think everybody should thank us for depriving the radical elements in Syria from having the capability to own these weapons.